Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have the Porsche 911 Carrera RSR 3-liter. It was built in 1972 that they started making this model car. It makes roughly about 330 horsepower and a little over 300 torque. Top speed is around 280 kilometers, and the interior is pretty much stripped out, as you could see. It's pretty much a race car. And also the weight, it's only roughly around 850 kilograms, which is like, I believe, maybe between 1,800 to 2,000 pounds, roughly, probably. I'm not really certain about the math there, but it should be within somewhere around that range. So today we're gonna drive around the canyons just to see how it feels on normal roads. Just kind of get the feeling of how the car feels first. Then we are going to look at that Lamborghini go. We are going to go to Nurburgring and probably run a lap or two just to see how the car feels, you know, compared from a normal road to a more tight track. So let's get started. First gear. Oh, by the way, listen to that. Woo! Okay, pretty powerful. It's very linear, naturally aspirated engine. It is so linear, so smooth. Okay, so the brake sucks. That's first thing you're probably gonna notice. I'm glad I found that sooner rather than later. Yeah, I definitely have to brake a little bit more earlier. It's kind of weird. So if you think about it, like, you know, driving a normal car, you probably won't have to be prepared to really brake that early. Now, when this thing goes in a straight line, let's say, you know, third gear, let's push it. It feels like a sports car. It feels like it can handle everything. But as soon as you hit the brakes, it's a whole different story. Yeah, it does not like that. So, okay, we have to keep that in mind. We really have to be careful with the braking and brake as early as we can. But handling, let's talk about handling. I mean, 1972, wow. I mean, they can make a car that handles this good. We're probably not driving near the limit yet here, but just normal driving, the car feels amazing. Very compliant, you know, just does whatever you want it to do. Other than the braking, the handling is really great. Yeah, pretty balanced. Around that corner, around that high-speed corner, it's pretty balanced. Alright, let's get past this Lamborghini here. I have to be so cautious because of the brake sucks. Like, I have to, once I see that there's probably a corner, I have to, like, be prepared, downshift, and, you know, hit the brakes right away like this. Right now, okay! I'm glad I caught that. Holy crap. Yeah, accelerating, it feels like a modern car. You know, it's very smooth, no problem. Wow, I'm very... Whoa, okay! Brake, okay. I'm very impressed, you know. 1972, think about it. This is like 40... It's like almost 50 years ago. And I think that's probably why, you know, Porsches, even till now, they have this reputation of building cars that are just so good. 50 years ago. This is amazing. I also want to mention, you know, the styling of this car and the interior. Look at the dash. Look at it. You know, the 5 traditional rings. I'm very glad that modern Porsches kept it that way. I know a lot of the modern Porsches, you know, they have digital displays now, but you know, even so, at least they still kept the 5 rings, which is just iconic for the 911s. I'm really glad they kept that. I also really hope that they would continue to make manuals. I believe, I'm not 100% certain about this, but I believe some of the models they stopped making manuals, so that's really kind of disappointing. I know PDK is really good, but sometimes, you know, lap time isn't really what people are looking for. Like, for instance, right now, if I were to be driving a car like this, well, okay, shouldn't have accelerated that hard there. But if I were to be driving a car like this in the canyons, I think manual will definitely be the way to go. If it's a weekend car, right? Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah, so back to this car. It's probably not a car that you really want to push it to the limit all the time. It seems like once you get it to the limit, it's not a happy car. It will try and, you know, come get you. And there's a very, very thin white line there. Like, under the limit, the car feels perfect, balanced, you know, very compliant. It does whatever you want it to do. Like anything you give it to the car will just obeys and do what it's told. But once you just cross that line, and the car just tells you that it is not happy and wants to quit, especially the brakes. Woo! See, that's just it's like it's so balanced, but then once you go over the limit a little bit, it just starts sliding, and you pray that you will catch the car back. All right, let's push the car a little and see what happens here. Now that the tires are warmed up. You can see that I'm correcting the steering wheel quite often here. Okay, got a lot of torque in the lower gears, a lot of power. Okay, since you're so tail happy, let's do some burnout. Okay. Okay. Obviously, I'm not good at that. Yeah, this car doesn't really want to continue to drift for some reason. I'm guessing it's probably the tires. Alright, let's get back to the canyons. Okay. See, I want to push the car harder, but I know it's gonna hate me, so... just gotta be really careful when you're at the limits. Okay, see, it understeers. and then it oversteers. That's something that you really have to be careful about. Understeer, okay. I'm downshifting a lot because I'm so scared I'm gonna hit the wall. Come on, smoother, come on. Be smoother. Alright. I also noticed that it's probably because of the suspension. If you hit the brake a little harder, because sometimes you probably just feels like it's too late, you gotta brake really hard, and you brake a little harder and the whole weight of the car transfers to the front, it's probably the suspension or the dampening is still a little too soft or something. But I definitely noticed that if you hit the brakes a little harder, and if the car is not in a perfect straight line, your rear is going to pretty much just spit out. So you definitely have to look out for that. Yep, like that. Like that. It just feels, once you hit the brakes a little too hard, the weight transitions to the front, and then your rear just spits out. And you just, again, pray that you catch the car back. Alright, I think we have enough fun here. Let's jump to the nurburgring and run a lap or two over there and see how this car responds to a much tighter truck. Alright, now we're in the nurburgring. Same car, exactly the same. Let's go out to the track and see how it feels. Okay, so the tires are probably still very cold, so let's keep it easy for the first couple of corners. Oh, I forgot about the brakes. There we go. See, this car is so strong on the straight lines, it just gives you this false sense of security that the car can handle it, but it absolutely can't. Alright, that corner feels really good. Let's go. I also have to remember that this car probably doesn't have the downforce as a modern race car. See, I'm glad I braked there. Oh, that sounds so good. 330 horsepower. Oh! Perfect. Whoa! Shifted the wrong gear there. Oh man, the brakes just sucks. All right, pull it together. Let's do a good lap. Perfect. lock up the wheels there for a moment. Whoa! Yeah, the car is also not very happy when the track is very bouncy. Yeah, the car doesn't have, you know, compared to a modern race car, this car obviously doesn't have that much downforce. So a lot of the corners, I've noticed that I entered the corner way too late. I expect the car to be able to corner in right away as I wanted to, but unfortunately it's not going to behave that way. So I have to like calibrate my brain to adjust myself to be able to control this car. See, normally at that corner, if it's a modern race car, I wouldn't have to brake. But just to be a little bit more safe, especially with this car. Oh, lost it. Lost it. Yeah, it's kind of just like I said in the beginning. There's that very thin line there. If you cross it, the car is gone, and it's very hard to get it back. Wow, the car feels so good in this section. I would wish the gearing is a little bit longer, to be honest. Yeah, the car kind of tends to understeer now for some reason. I wonder if it's because the tire is a little too hot, or the tire pressure increase can cause that. But the car definitely feels different. Whoa, that bump is okay. You gotta be careful with the curves here in Nurburgring. Oh, see, too late. And crash. Alright, go to the back straight. Here we go. Let's push this car to the top speed. Man, it keeps shifting to the wrong gear here. I have a Fanatec, the SQ 1.5, V1.5 shifter. Oh, I think we are at the top speed. So with this shifter, it has a 7th gear. So there are actually a couple of times, like this happened earlier, from 4th when I want to shift to 5th. If I push the gear lever in a little bit, okay, that was close. If I push the gear lever in a little bit, then it sometimes would jump all the way to the 7th gear. So it's actually sometimes can get kind of annoying. I hope that there's some kind of mechanical feature in there that you can kind of just switch it off. Alright. And that is a lap. Woohoo! Alright guys, thank you guys for watching. I think I'll call it a day for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel to support the channel. This is my 2nd video up on YouTube. This is my also first time doing some commentary. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to be continuing to do this. Leave a comment below, see what you think. Or if there's some other cars. This is very important. I want you guys to comment down below. If there's any other cars that you wanted me to do, you know, kind of like a review, or, you know, run it on a specific track, or if there's a specific mod, not only just cars, but also tracks. If there are some mod, my voice just split there for some reason. If there are some mod in either cars or tracks that you guys want me to test it out, or try it out, and, you know, let me have my opinion on it, please let me know, leave a comment below, drop the link, and let me know where to get it, and I'll try and do them as per request, okay? So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.